Welcome back to another episode of AK Talks Morning Show. I'm your host, a 1999-year-old boy, still young at 27 and loving life, aka. I watched this video on the internet. I'm not going to say what channel. It talked about how like different generations act different on camera, and that Jim from The Office started this generation of like just talking and not really like being eccentric. And before that, it was the radio talk. Like, I talk like this because something's big's gonna happen, and when something big happens, I'm the first to find out. And before that, it was like more of a serious tone, like, "Hello, I'm here to talk about something funny," or some shit like that. And my generation, and I'm not even like ashamed of it too. It is accurate. My generation, we just get on camera, like, or like shake the camera a little. We just act like it's natural. Like, oh, we're talking on camera. I'm not gonna act no performance here at all. This is how I sound like. I am not doing anything weird with my voice. And yeah, it fucking tickles my brain every single time I think about it too. I'm like, am I being gay? Is this gay? Am I cool or am I? Or is this even recording? I can't fucking tell. There it is. Yeah, yeah, it is. All right. Am I being gay? Is this all gay stuff? I don't know, man. I don't know. But it is stand-up comedy month. Happy stand-up comedy history. A big you do. A big you do. Congratulations, you made it another year. You're alive. You're here to hear some jokes about stand-up, I guess. That's what this month's all celebrated about. We had blacks, whites, Spanish, Indi- Is there no White History Month? Is there none? It. I think I need to make a stand. We should have a White History Month, and that should be all year long. I don't know. 8% of the population of the world, though. So yeah, they're not really that strong. So it's fast and early. I'm gonna be here. Shout out Angel Penn for fucking cracking down the code for DC comedy, really putting his fucking foot on the door. And come to Smack Talk Raw, stand up comedy Wednesday night. I think every single week. It's gonna be a different themed of an event. Tuesday, Mike, on the 31st. The event was shit steal, Mike. You steal jokes from comedians you like, and that's just my whole set. My whole fucking set is that. But today I did Dave Attell. I did two jokes, I guess, or three jokes in general, but two jokes that were full. The first joke fucking sucked. The second joke fucking sucked. I was very surprised about how much I listened to Dave Attell, and I still can't nail any of his jokes. I can't nail his cadence. I can't nail his punchlines. I can't even like make the premise clear. It's just so fucking. It's like worse than a hack. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm saying because I hear his voice in my head and I try to say it out loud, and it's like I'm trying to. I'm trying to consult all the words possible. I'm like, it'd be better if I say it like this, and it comes out like shit. I was genuinely surprised because Angel was talking about it earlier. He's like, yeah, it's still Mike night. You still any jokes? And it's actually harder than you think because you aren't that comedian. So it doesn't make sense to you to do this type of jokes. So yeah, that was fucking weird. The mic was so fun. I saw one black guy get upset because I did my black clown joke. I get it, dude. It's not black power. All right, it's I don't do comedy for black power. Some people might say, well, I do comedy for white power, but I don't do that either. It's just I do jokes that I find funny and that relate to me deep down on a personal level, because that's what comedy's all about. And then we talk about my feelings, how I feel about the world, what I think about everything. Nothing actually has to be funny anymore. You just tell your fucking shit story about how hard your life was, about living in America and using every single benefit possible instead of living inside the fucking Philippines and being named after a fucking gong or some shit, or in Nguyen. You can be in Nguyen somewhere in the world. But instead, I am an American. I'm proud to be an American. I did drink at the show, or at the mic, and I'm still drinking right now. But let's talk about what's really important in the world. Not Iran, not what's ever happening in the Middle East. Who gives a shit about the Ukraine war? I gave it 2 months. I'm over it. Let's talk about TV shows. TV shows are way more important than whatever fucking issues you can talk about. You know what? Yeah, I'll actually say this even prouder. Somebody did describe like trying to learn about the world and all the world problems and how sickening it is. Like you have to be a disgusting human being to bring that up in a conversation. Be like, "Oh, everyone's having fun." You know what's not fun? Ukraine. You know what's not fun? The people in Iran. You know what's not fun? Things that I can't control daily. That's what's not fun. Let's talk about that. Let's make that a present issue because that's kind of like the overall theme of generations is just like this is a problem in a world where I have no idea of. It has a different culture, different language, different type of people. I would have to live inside that world completely to understand it. And I live in a completely different world. Let's focus on the shittiest part about the world and make that my whole personality for the rest of my life. And that fucking sucks dick. Like I honestly fucking sucks dick. I don't know how to shit on Iran more than I have to, cause like what's happening in like Israel, Gaza, Iran, Ukraine, whatever part of Africa you want to land on this week, like it's all shitty parts of the world, and like actually giving a fuck about them is impossible. There's no way for me to think like, oh, you know what's so important? I think about them. That's the most important thing about them. Am I gonna go over there, tote a gun, hold a golden AK, and walk around in sandals? No, I'm not. I can't do anything to save the people, but just thinking about them, having them against my heart, that's the only way I can solve their problem. You know, American. That's what I'm talking about. Where problems don't affect me directly, but if I think about them, I think it changes anything at all. That's what I do. I think it changes anything at all. TV show wise, really banger of a fucking show. Even after that good break, All of Humankind. That's the show with Ashton Kutcher, the guy from Two and a Half Men. That's the only reason I recognize him, not from any other fucking TV series he's been a part. Also about TV series, remember that bitch from Modern Family? You know, the girl that was kind of hot. Not the mom, the daughter, not the one with big tits, the one with smaller tits and like kind of a bobblehead. You know what I'm talking about? There's a one clip that's just like circling my mind every single other hour. It's about how this comedian's like, oh yeah, I've been on set with her. She's a total bitch, and I made her upset one time because I called the shit she was showing to the cast gay because she was showing a video. And it's like, oh, that's fucking gay, and he got kicked off the cast. And I don't know why that's circulating in my head as much as it should be, because it's a random person talking about a random event that happened one time in their life, shitting on a multi-millionaire that's a TV star too. But it upsets me so much because I'm like, why do I have to remember this? Why do I have to hear about an actor being a piece of shit? Shouldn't that be the role? It like off screen, every single actor should be a piece of shit. You should not relate to any human being all across the world, let alone America. You shouldn't relate to anyone. And you doing that is just like a selfish endeavor to make you feel like a little bit better about what you did for your whole life, which is nothing and meaningless. You just provided entertainment. No knowledge, no saving grace. No, you didn't even fucking tell people to do push ups. You did nothing in your whole life but entertain people. Why would I expect anything out of you except being a piece of shit? Because you just took millions of dollars just to be a piece of shit. I don't know. It bothers me so little, but it's so little in different periods of my time, in different periods throughout the day. I'm like, why do I have to remember her? I don't remember her character name at all. Is it Claire? It's not Claire. I know it's not Claire, I think. It's a girl with like jet black hair or brown hair. I don't know, dude. It's just fucking weird. But All Humankind, they took a break for about like 3 or 4 years, came back with a decent banger of an episode, I can say. Do I remember anything what happened? No. The only point that I remember is that there's Martians. So if you are born on Mars because there's a Mars civilization, you are technically a Martian. And if you come back to the Earth. I think you're an immigrant all across the whole world. I don't care who colonizes Mars for the resources and uses it as leverage against the humankind instead of actually communicating and just bouncing back here and there between two different worlds and actually using that as a benefit for the human race. No, I don't know, dude. It was the whole concept was they live on Mars. They have certain type of resources, and those resources can't be found on Earth. And the people on Mars think that they're better than the people on Earth, even though they're both human beings. But now, since you're born on Mars, eventually evolution is gonna like turn the tide and then make you a complete Martian, so you can actually live on Earth because you're Martian after 5 generations. That was the thinking point that I had throughout this TV series. But maybe they might talk about it. Maybe that $1 million industry that they're doing, a shitty TV show at one at a time, where I get to watch it off of illegal streams. Maybe they're gonna figure it out. You know what they're not gonna figure out? The end of Peaky Blinders. That shit is over. I love a good series like the Peaky Blinders because one, it helps me drink a lot more and watch a TV show. That's the two things that I like about TV shows. If I can drink anything, tea, coffee, beer, whiskey, or vodka. If I can drink something while watching this so I can relate more to the series, like I'll be honest, I do toast whenever they say a toast on a TV show or a movie because it just it adds on to the fucking scenery that I enjoy. But the Peaky Blinders is kind of like the Soprano. The Peaky Blinder movies is kind of like the Sopranos. It's like an ending for this awesomeness that happened in a period of history. Because the Sopranos was more like the end of the mob era. It's like, oh, he lives in a suburban neighborhood. He drives a fucking a Tahoe or some shit, and he's an everyday man now, and he's boring and fat, and he's a loser. He doesn't even have a suit. Same thing with the Peaky Blinders movie. It's the Irish fucking dude. That's easy. The Irish fucking dude doing some Irish fucking shit, and he dies because his son kills him, and he's a gypsy. I didn't even understand what a gypsy is or was. I don't know if they're real. I've never met a real gypsy. I think that's a good thing. Maybe I'm a lucky man, but gypsies don't exist in my book. I am so good at doing this. I'm like 10 out of 10, knocking out at the park, doing this shit. Talking about movies and giving my greatest opinion. The other movie that I watched was actually kind of like a fucking banger was Project Hail Mary. Only reason I watched it because there was a YouTube video talking about like how Project Hail Mary science isn't really accurate. So I was like, oh, let me watch the fucking movie first. Brand new fucking movie. Came out 2026. I was like, oh, it's nice. A new one. A new movie I haven't seen. It was like... I'm terrible at describing. It's like a handsome man goes into space to save the Earth and then befriends an alien species made out of rock. That's it. That's the whole series. That's a whole, whatever, 1 hour or 2 hour movie. Do I think it's good? I have no clue anymore. I don't remember the good parts, but it's the only part that pisses me off was like the guy on YouTube talking about the series or talking about the movie, saying like it's not realistic enough. The science behind this fictional series, this fictional book and fictional movie isn't real enough, and it pisses him off. I'm like, dude, what the fuck do you want? What the hell do you want? A genius scientist to also be a writer and a director for the half of it? Like, I don't know. That kind of pissed me off about it. Dude, AK Talks morning show is never gonna pick up. This is the horror. This is all it is, dude. It's fucking me talking about shitty shows that I watched, describing it in like third grade lamest terms. Let's talk about something more serious here. I have a different relationship with social media, drinking, health, finance. There we go. So for social media, I decided to delete Instagram unless I have something to post. So if I don't have anything to post, I'll delete Instagram. And until I have something to post, I'll just post it and then delete it after. Because I don't like scrolling. It's beyond the means of hate at this point. It's so I used to think scrolling and Instagram was like TVs and movies, but it's a whole different genre because like it adapts, and that should not be okay. It should not adapt to me. A movie and a TV series, or a movie and a TV series. Yeah, I'm right. It it has an overall theme. It has an overall genre. It has an overall like topic of idea. It doesn't adapt to me. It's not going to change the character halfway. Like no lady inside the movie is going to get bigger tits, or no dude inside the movie is going to do like a dunk halfway through the movie because I enjoy it. None of that shit's going to happen. But my fucking algorithm will dial in my attention to a point where like I'm like confused and interested at the same time, and I hate all that shit so fucking much. So right now I just post and delete. I post and delete that. Post and delete that. It kind of helps because like I do have a flow of like I want to post this because it's funny to me, or I want to post this because it's an idea for me, and I would work on it later on in my life. But I think it's funny kind of right now to a point where like I'm okay to let it go. I don't really post like high quality content on here or on Instagram or anywhere else social wise. It's not because like I don't have any. It's more like I won't ever create any right now. Cause where this what else does this tie into? The health. This would tie into health. Like ever since I've dialed in into my like gym and like sleep and eating wise, my flow of like understanding of what I think is funny, well, what I think is entertaining, what I think is worth to be creative wise, like all those fucking things dialed in to a point where like I'm okay with letting go of shit. I'm okay with like posting shit and letting it go. I don't have any strain in my heart for like, oh, it could get better. I should add another punchline, or I should make this a little bit funnier, or I should sit on it, or anything like that. It's more like I'm more of a free flowing system, because like I can crank out like 2 or 3 posts about something kind of interesting to me, and like okay, eventually it's gonna get more interesting, or it's gonna get better, or it's just gonna be a whole nother idea, and I'm completely fine with it. For the drinking wise too, like I've noticed surprisingly, I always thought like I had a drinking problem to a point where like, oh, maybe I should address it. Maybe I should find a way to like dial it down and stuff and make sure it's a healthy way I approach it. But like this video is not helping me out at all. The gym, eating wise, and my overall goal for aesthetics and physique and athletic build, it has reduced my alcohol intake by a lot. I am finally at like honest doctor numbers. I'm like 2 to 3 drinks a week, 4 to 5 drinks a week if I'm having it hard. Like I have a limit, I have a standard, I have a feeling throughout my body whenever I drink now. I'm like, oh, I drank, that's why I feel like this. I drank like today I pissed like a fucking racehorse, and I have an understanding for that too, cause like the more I drink, the more my body wants to get let go of the fucking alcohol in my body, so it'll piss it out faster. And there's nothing like really in between me, the alcohol, and the piss. So it's a one flow system. Like I can piss within an hour of like drinking my first beer, and I think that's great. I think that's like scientifically fine. I'm not gonna research that, and it's just I don't know. It feels more dialed in. It's not like it's less control or not. I'm not gonna reach for like another beer once I hit like a point where like it's fine, it's dandy. I'm not really complaining. I'm not really trying to get fucked up. I'm not trying to black out. I'm not trying to scratch my eyes to sleep. Like I'm not doing any of that shit. I would have a certain amount of drinks to a point where it's okay. I had to drink tonight. That's all I can say. I had to drink tonight, and I can fix it in the afternoon, or I mean the next morning, afternoon, or the rest of the week. Like it's more. It's not even just like manageable. It's just realistic at this point. It's like I drank this much, I ate this well. I think it's fine. It all evens out at the end of the road. Because the only thing I learned about drinking is that it turns off fat burning or some shit like that. Instead of your body burning fat throughout your daily living, it tries to get rid of alcohol immediately as possible. And I generally do, and I actually do feel the difference. I'm like, oh yeah, I am trying to get rid of the alcohol. I am trying to flush it out my system, which is good because I feel like that's the lean. When you're getting to like a lean body mass to like sub 15%, your body is more like intuitive to a point where anything that you do throughout your day intake wise is I don't know, dude. I don't know why I'm talking about this. It's just easier for me to understand now. Um, Talking about social media, drinking, health, finance. For finances, I've been trying to like find a way to get out of debt. That's the only finance I can do, and I've been doing the numbers. I've been like really cranking out like an accountant for no fucking reason, trying to find every fucking cheat code and every fucking way to fucking work around it. But at the end of the day, it's a long, boring system. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take small investments, and that's really it. It's a boring game. The only way to get out of like debt is just the most boringest way possible. No fucking gambling. No fucking quick tip tricks. No fucking like I buy this, I sell that. It's none of that shit. It's the most boringest way possible, which really like depletes your final debt. And the faster you get to the point like I'm fine with that, that's the reason I'm doing it. That's the easiest way to go. The easier like your understanding of debt is. Cause yeah, I've always done the quick rich scheme, trying to find the quickest way to get the most amount of money. But it never pans out at the end of it all. I don't really hit that target goal that I wrote down on the piece of paper. I usually hit negatives trying to doing that shit. So now I'm just like I'm satisfied with the numbers. Like if I could take $1,000 off my debt, if I could take $1,300 off my debt, it's perfectly fine. I think that's actually progressive, and it really does work towards the overall goal of it all. Because planning for 12 months is easier and more sustainable than planning for 30 days or some shit or 1 month. Rest of the year. So unfortunately, I am still inside the guard, which is fucking dog shit in water right now. Because the two choices I have right now is finish my contract in December and don't resign, stay in the civilian side, and just be done with the National Guard, be done with the Army, be done with my overall service, or resign, go active duty, and try to make a life out of it. Because I did weigh the options out. It's like if I go active duty, I can really crank out my debt. I can really do a crazy fucking job, and if I get injured on the job, I'll live with disability for the rest of my life, and I'll be set for my 30s. Or I can go the second route of like going for a mobile mechanic business, taking it full time, taking it serious, and working my way up from there. Because that scale is a lot higher than I think that I can ever think. Like eventually, I can have people working under me. I can have a business where I just do all the remote work, or just do paperwork and online work, and just really run the business, and then eventually sell it all, make a good profit, throw it inside an investment account, and just be fine with that. But it's more like a risk over. It's more riskier than the first choice. But I don't know. It's kind of a hard, complicated choice. I really don't know what I want to do for a financial get out. Because if I can do the military service, active duty, do some wild shit, get disability, my 30s will be set forever, no worry of it all. But if I don't, and I want to do this fucking second option of just running a business, owning a business, being the full fucking force of this idea, that's gonna really beat the shit out of me, and I would just lose the overall topic of like doing stand up comedy full time, going on the road full time, just hitting mics, hitting clubs, really just like nailing jokes through and through for 10 years plus. Because that's really the goal. And I always think of like, oh, the goal is just to do comedy full time, but full time meaning what? Full time in my city, full time in my coastal region, full time across the country. What does full time really mean? Because I like the idea of just doing comedy full time and traveling all across the country, because that builds my comedy network, that builds my comedy craft, that builds my jokes overall. Because if I'm stuck in fucking Nebraska or stuck in Oklahoma and I have nothing else to do but to get ready for a show, that gives me more pressure to write more jokes. That gives me more pressure to understand like what I did in my life. I am doing comedy. So it kind of puts the heel on the horse over there. I don't know. I like explaining it out to people because eventually this is going to be someone else's problem, not my problem. And that's kind of the overall goal. If you want to be the best at it forever and be known as the best at it forever, yes, you can sell arenas, you can sell at theaters, you can sell TV shows, movies. But if you're not really through and through, if you can't hit a stage anywhere across the country, how can people really like say like he's the best? You know, like there's levels to this shit. There really is levels to this shit. Because Shane Gillis can hop on a stage and crush it, and Dave Attell can hop on a stage and crush it, but it's just levels to this shit. Really is understanding through and through. There are levels to this shit. Because if you ask me to watch one person for an hour straight, Shane Gillis or Dave Attell, I would laugh at you thinking that's an option. I was like, yeah, obviously it's Dave Attell. It's Dave Attell from the East Coast to the West Coast to the North and South. It's always going to be Dave Attell because his experiences throughout the whole country, as many tags as possible, his fucking crowd work into a regular joke, it's just like, it's unbeatable. It's an unbeatable experience. Shane Gillis, I can take 1 hour of him, and then for the rest of the year, I'm like, I'm fine. I don't want to hear that same hour all over again. Not because like he doesn't have any more jokes or he's just not a great comedian. It's just I've heard his 1 hour best at an arena event, and it didn't feel human. It's like an experience that I had to experience one time, and I'm done. It's not what I think comedy is all about. Comedy should be done all across the country for any single venue, for any single person. Working hard class, working blue collar, white collar, any other fucking other color, any other collar you can think of. So I don't know. I'm on a pretty good groove right now. The rule that I'm doing is that Tuesday through Thursdays it's comedy, so it's comedy 3 nights a week, and then Friday through Monday is gonna be gym 4 nights a week. So or 4 days a week at least. The weekends I do at the daytime. I think it's going to be a pretty good groove to stay consistent on both ends, being healthy and active, mentally, physically, and being comedically attentive with my jokes throughout the week so I can practice new jokes. Because I have new jokes, but I can't do new jokes on a stage where it's like kind of worth it. I'm not really the guy to have fun doing my old jokes and then I'll sprinkle in a new joke. I want to bring in a new joke to a stage where like I feel comfortable at a smaller level, and then work my way up to a higher level. Because there are tags that I like using, but I won't ever get to them because I feel uncomfortable. Like what happened tonight. I had a joke about how when you watch a movie with your family and a sex scene pops up, like it's awkward. And I was watching a movie and my little cousin asked me, he's like, "What's happening? Why is everyone quiet? And like, why are you writing this down?" And I was trying to add a second part to the joke of like, when I was watching a movie with my family, there was a rape scene, and it was really awkward because like I recommended the movie, and my family and the actors inside the movie were really good because my whole family was awkward. No one moved, no one said a word, and then at the end they all yelled at me like I knew the guy, like me and him are best friends. I couldn't get that second part in because I was just genuinely uncomfortable with my first part of the joke. I don't know. It's something like I take into consideration a lot whenever I do a new joke. Because like if I don't really get down every single concept, I just throw away the whole joke, and then it's like I didn't even try. That's the worst part about comedy. It's like when you do a joke and you feel like I didn't even try. But you know the best part about comedy is that I'm done. I already did my fucking 30 minutes. Welcome to AK Talks, bitch. Have a very classy day.